So I'm behind on this review I was supposed to do on Kanye's 808s and Heartbreak. But I finally got around to doing it, and I was going to post it as a regular blog, but it just got kind of long because I started dissecting every song on the CD, and I realized there was more than meets the eye to 808s and Heartbreak. I mean, if you can get past the T-Pain sounding voice and really listen to his lyrics and what he's saying, you'll see that this is a side of Kanye that appears to be different, but once you get down to it, this is the same man that brought you College Dropout. He may have fooled us with these 808s and this seared state of mind after having his heart stomped on and crushed, but he didn't fool me because I'm a fan and I see through it all. The first thing that came to mind when I started listening to it was he's being his true narcissistic self. It's all about him, and he's gonna bring it to you. Although he did almost dupe us into thinking that this was gonna be strictly about this girl who supposedly broke his heart. But if you start off with the song Say You Will, you can see that he's kind of confused, wondering what the deal is with the woman that he's with. But it slowly but surely turns into his discomfort about being played by this chick. So he shows that he's affected, and I think the production on it was good because it just resonated throughout the whole song, convincing you that he's lost control of the entire situation, and it's letting us know this is the beginning of the confusion with her. So as you keep going, you see more pain coming to his heart and his mind, and then there goes Welcome Heartbreak. So again, he narcissistically points out what he has, but you hear it in his lyrics that all those things that he's acquired, they somehow don't amount to much because now he's on to wanting something else that he hasn't attained. And everything that he's gotten, which could be loosely translated as just simple possessions, can't replace what he doesn't have and what he thought he had a grasp on, which was love. But he's still very self-absorbed in the whole outlook of it all. So then comes Heartless, which fixates on the woman again. But for someone who's more concerned with themselves than anyone else, it almost becomes funny because he's asking how could she be so heartless when this girl probably never had his heart in the first place. It just appeared that way because he might have really, really liked her. But as with most narcissistic people, they never recognize pain fully until their actions are mirrored on them. And it seems like he has met his match, and that's where this whole CD comes from. Somebody has finally treated him how he normally treats other people, and he can't believe that this is actually happening to him. So in a way, it becomes so amazing to him. You know, the Kanye we know best comes back on this song, throwing it in everyone's face that he's just a problem that's never ever going to be solved. So she can't ever take this from him because he just is who he is. So we have to accept it just like she does. Hands down, So Amazing is probably my favorite song on here because he admits that the one thing that he admits to the one thing that holds most narcissistic people captive to their own minds, and it's that they're really the only thing that they're afraid of. They're pretty much fearless people because in their minds, nothing is unattainable to them. They can have anything and everything that they want. So, you know, fearless and equally narcissistic young Jeezy comes on the scene, and he's co-signing that, you know, Kanye deserves this. He deserves these things in life. But as you keep going through the CD, you see that he still wants you to see that he's battered and bruised. But as you go through and you finally get to the end, you see that it's not really Kanye's persona, who he is. It's not his heart that's bruised, it's more so his ego, and he can't believe it. So what would normally be translated as pain for some people is just him taking a blow to his ego. But if you could get past the T-Pain voice and really get into his lyrics, you can see that this is just another creative side of Kanye doing what he does best, showing us who he really is.